Welcome to the Be Discouraged podcast. This is episode 18. 18. We got a lot of new stuff. It should be a kind of weird episode. Kind of weird episode. We're changing things. We're adding segments, right?
Attempting to do something different.
Yeah, because
No, you.
Oh, I really wanted this, and it was cool because Julian was like, I don't like this, but I'm gonna do it anyway. We should do it. But I one of the things I have a hard time with the podcast is just no format and kind of not going like not having transitions and not having an idea where it's going all the time. And a lot of times Julie and I don't talk at all before the podcast. Like we'll hang out throughout the week playing games or whatever, but we don't talk about what we're going to do at all before we go.
Well, I mean,
record.
The reason why we do that is because we'll run out of things to talk about.
Yeah,
we play Overwatch so much, and it's like we'll cover everything. And we back then Kevin would say something like, "Shut up, save it for the podcast," and then that's where that happened.
Yeah, but then it just makes for choppy, bad transitions and conversation. And so we want to do segments. So I was thinking, and this isn't set in stone, probably set in stone though, in terms of how many, 2 to 3 an episode of these rotating segments that we have. See, I can't do that. Yeah, and we want some feedback, and we'll take more suggestions for segments. I was thinking of having like 15 total that rotate, right? And the idea is like, do you want to give a couple? Do you have a list?
Okay, so this is for you guys, right? This is for you.
Yes.
If you're watching, please comment. If you end the video after your comment, that's good enough for me, okay? So here are a couple that we have right now. Crisis of the week. So me and Kevin are pretty dramatic people, and one thing can send us spiraling. So we'll talk about what has a spiral.
I don't think we're just dramatic. I think we're mentally ill. I think
yeah, but I mean that's also being dramatic, right?
No, dude, there's sometimes I'm so mentally ill and I can't help it, and I think dramatic has some like.
Yeah, but that's
like you're doing it.
That's
right?
all normal. But for the outside, it's not so normal. It's like, damn, dude, calm the fuck down, right? I mean, other people have to tolerate us, so it's dramatic.
Yeah.
It's
Dude,
dramatic.
Side note, that Crisis of the Week is great. One of the things, there's this kid I work with 3, right? And the middle one is like identical to me as a kid, dude.
How old is everybody?
I can't say the ages, especially on camera. But middle, he's good. He's good, yeah. But he's so much like me. And one time I was talking to him and I was like, dude, sometimes it's hard being the craziest person in the room, dude. And no one's ever going to understand, but the best thing we can do is make it comfortable for other people. Like I was like, you'll always be crazy. You'll always be the most nuts person in the room. So
what did he say about that?
A lot of times when I'm having those moments with him, he really takes it on the chin. He's not one to say much. If he's saying a lot, I feel like then he's rebuttaling.
Dude,
right? So
one day when he's 30 years old, he's gonna quote you.
Yeah,
he's gonna quote you.
It's cool. Side note again, but I feel like with this family specifically, out of any family I've worked with, I've developed such a kinship with them. Because most of the time you're working with them 2 times a week for a couple hours, but I'm with these guys 5.5, 6 hours a day, 5 days a week.
Yeah.
You know, and so it's like I know these guys. Yeah, it's crazy. It's just so different, dude. Most of the time
I would much rather have that than family hopping.
Yeah, but it'll be harder leaving for everyone involved. Like I'm so ingrained in their lives, right?
Have them move you in, dude.
On, no, but his dad does have a very cool. Their dad has a very cool gaming company. That sounds pretty cool. But we talked about that
on the rise, right?
Yeah, I actually had a dream about him being like, "Dude, our video game company," and I woke up being like, "No fucking way."
Any updates with that?
No, I haven't pursued it because again, I'm waiting until August to quit, and then I think conversation. Like, I think there's a 15% chance that they'd be like, "Hey, you want to come work for us?" 15,
dude, I'll work remotely. I don't know what I would do, but I'll do something. All right. So, anyways, the other one that we've spoken about is Kevin and I write out topics at random. Like he doesn't know what I'm writing, and I don't know what he's writing, and then I'll draw one, and then we talk about it. Right?
Yeah. Yes. And we'll have cool names for all these. Cool names. So Crisis of the Week is good.
Cool names. Okay.
Crisis of the Week is good, but something along at par with Crisis of the Week.
All right, and then another one is Delusions and Dreams. I think that's a fine name, right?
Good one, yeah.
So this is like for streaming, right? Very delusional. And it's not just because I don't believe in myself or whatever. It's just like realistically, some of these things just won't happen, right? And that's where we
Yeah,
confuse
I disagree.
delusion and dreams. And this guy is the master.
I'm hyper
of
delusional and
delusion.
hyper dream.
He was like,
And dreams.
I'm gonna be streaming till I'm 60 years old, and I love you guys. I'm never gonna quit. Like this was, I'm getting goosebumps. Like this is the delusional master. And I'd be like, dude,
Yeah.
you got to quit eventually because this is burning right now.
But I didn't quit. I didn't quit because I wasn't reaching my goals. I quit because I was burning candles at the wrong end and doing things for the wrong reason and
Yeah,
getting
but
sucked into.
if you were,
There's so much
if
more
you're-
nuance.
Yeah,
in
but
the-
dude, if your
like-
goals were being fulfilled, you wouldn't have quit, no matter.
No, that's not
what-
true because even at my
So
the
you're
highest
telling me
highs,
if
I was
you were
still
making-
miserable.
If you were making like eight grand every 2 weeks, you would have stopped.
If all the other same things happened,
Podcast
Yes,
over. He's lying. He started lying.
I'm not lying.
Dude,
I'm not
you're
lying.
You
I'm
would,
not saying it wouldn't
you would
do-
just stop.
I do no. I'm saying what I'm saying is obviously that money would be motivating, but I think the same end result would happen. Where I'm doing it for the wrong reasons. I'm not enjoying it. I start loathing it. I start dreading going live.
I
and
feel
then
like-
the spiral happens.
I feel like you wouldn't feel that way if you were getting.
I don't think so.
rewarded for it.
Money's so much more motivating to you than it is for me. I think it'd be awesome.
Yeah, but
I
even-
definitely think it'd be
But it would-
motivating.
dude. It would strengthen so many things, and it revolves around so many things. It's
yes,
not,
but I would still be miserable and I still would quit. It
I
might
would
not
be-
happen
you
at the
would be
exact same time.
miserable. Dude,
I
you
would.
could literally.
I would have.
You would have been able to quit your job. Dude, there's just no. I don't see it. I don't think
But-
it would
but-
have been a possibility.
But I think it's a little bit too hypothetical because like again, if all the same things happened, all the falling outs and the transitions and the switches I did, like all those things happened, and then I was making money, I think it'd be the same end result. But I don't think I could make 8K a year making all the same decisions.
Not
You know
a
what I'm
year,
saying? So it's
every
like
2 weeks.
every so much money.
I know that's what I'm
So much
saying.
money.
It's just, the perception of the weight of it all just kind of feathers away.
but Yeah, but it's hard to imagine getting there with all those choices, and all those choices made me
None
not
of those
get
people
there.
would matter. None of that stuff would matter, dude.
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah,
all
but
right.
I am a big dreamer, very delusional.
Yeah.
I was talking to Mariah, and I was like, I fully believe that you should act like the main character all the time. Like I'm the main
Yeah.
character all the
Yeah,
time.
no, I agree.
and
like I'm fully equipped and I'm dedicated and I'm committed to doing something. And even though I don't think anything will come out of it, I'm like, well, just in case, right? And I'm still gonna do it.
Yeah.
It's not gonna stop me. When usually that mindset would cripple people. But
yeah, and it's not to say that other people aren't main characters in their own stories, but like I go through my life like being the main character as I can. And Mariah was like, "You really think that way?" And I was like, "Yeah."
it's funny. Dude.
That's funny.
I mean, you have to. I tell people that they deserve to be as selfish as they possibly can, because everybody else is going to do that, and if you don't, they're just going to put themselves in front of you anyways.
And I think to be selfish, you have to be selfless. But I totally agree. I totally agree.
There's levels
give as
to
much
it,
as you take.
and there's room, but in the end, it's you.
Yeah, and I think most people can't give and take. It's either one or the other, or very far.
Yeah.
From, you know what I mean?
I'm very
you're a good example.
selfishly selfish. Yeah.
Yeah. You're such a giving friend, but also very like selfish when you need to be, right?
I'll parasite the
Yeah.
fuck out of you, dude. All right. The copium corner, if you want to explain
Good
that. Copium
That's
corner.
the par. That's so good. That's better than Crest of the Week. Copium Corner is so good. Did ChatGPT give you Copium Corner?
Yeah, so I listed everything out. I put small descriptive things, and then I said I don't want any. Because I keep having to remind ChatGPT, like I don't want any personality. Just make things concise, to the point. Don't tell me good job, bad job. Be critical, because dude, I can't stand when you're like, well, I hate it so much. Reminds me of this old friend that I had.
Mm-hmm.
He's just like sucking my dick all the time. Not in like a physical way, but just always like, dude, please shut up.
Too
Anyways,
agreeable?
way too agreeable. Yeah, man.
Yeah. You have to tell ChatGPT not to agree with you.
Yeah,
You
like
have to corner it.
Yeah,
You have to corner it.
like if you need to be critical in a way that you think it might offend me, go ahead. You know, I'm not looking for de-sucking. All right, anyways, yeah. Do you want to explain what the copium corner is?
Dude, my list is all fucking.
Okay,
there
I'll
it
read
goes.
it. Or
Oh,
you
no, I got it. Yeah, it's about how we cope. I think Julian highlighted this one too because I think him and I are good at coping, and I'm also pretty bad at it. I'm pretty bad at it, but I think I've developed a lot of coping skills, and talking about how we cope and the ways it messes with our lives, it helps.
It might be stupid, but can you tell us what coping means?
Coping, like the ability to handle hard things and how we get through them. Is that coping? Would you? Is it?
Yeah,
Yeah,
just
yeah,
like
yeah. I feel.
resistance, resilience against things that are coming at you.
Yeah, yeah, and I feel like we're both fairly resistant people and resilient, and to the point where I'm learning, like even myself, and I think this will be part of it. Is I'm learning to be less resilient in certain moments.
Yeah,
Like I
and that's
told you,
good. You should be. Yeah, because
yeah,
that makes you human, or
yeah. Did I
majority
tell you the
human.
moment with my boss
No.
where we were supposed to? Long story short, there's these tokens. The kid doesn't give a fuck about the tokens, dude. Doesn't give a shit, and they're supposed to be reinforcing. They're supposed to have
Oh, it's like
value.
a
And they're
reward
supposed to be,
system for
yeah, to earn other things,
behaviors,
right? And yeah,
conditioning.
yeah, 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 a little bit, kind of. But reinforcement,
Yeah,
reinforcement,
yeah,
conditioning is a little bit different.
yeah. You're right.
But he doesn't give a fuck about them, dude. Doesn't give it doesn't. And so and we've told my boss many times over several weeks. She went on vacation. She asked me if I was using the tokens, and I said no. And then she was like, "What the hell?" And then you know me, dude. It's like what happened at Oddfellows. The
Yeah.
second I start getting like a little bit mad, I start getting a little lawyery and a little heated, and I started talking with my hands. And I was like, I don't know how to tell you again that this isn't working, and it's not effective, and it's a chore for him to do it. I basically barked at her, and then I'm not loud, but just like, you're
Tactfully.
wrong,
Yeah.
wrong, yeah. And I came back and I was like, I'm sorry, you're the boss. I should never talk to you like that. I shouldn't do that. I'm sorry. I was like, you're right. Even if I'm right, you're right.
And I
Yeah.
think that's also a reflection of how much you enjoy working with the current clients that you're at, right? What
And
did
the
she respond
dynamic,
with?
yeah. She said she was pretty floored by it because the tension. I walked outside, came back, and was like, I shouldn't talk to you like that. I'm sorry. Like,
You broke.
and she
You
was like,
immediately cleansed the tension that was building.
yeah, 100%. And she was like, no, you're right. And she's like, you just have to tell me. And so it pieced up. But I'm learning to be less resilient. Normally, I'd be like, nope.
Dude, not only did you become like immediately heard, but she was like, just moving forward, it's such a big deal to be able to solve something, conflict resolution and
100%.
male, female.
Yep. She's the coolest boss I've ever had, dude. Like, and to the point where I want to do good work, and I don't care what she like. The other day, she was. I think somehow someone found out I had Zens, that I had Zens, and no one had known.
What's a Zen?
The whole time I've been working Zen. No one knows what a Zen is. A Zen is a nicotine.
I didn't know what a Zen was until you told me about it. So
nicotine pouch. They're not tobacco.
Do you have any? Do you have any inside of it? Show us, dude. Give us. Sorry, he took out his tonsil stone.
So there's no tobacco. It's just nicotine, right? Pouch. You cheek it, right?
So
they had no idea.
It's like new school dip.
Yeah. But no, spit. You don't have to spit. Yeah, that's a big.
It doesn't make you salivate at all.
I think a little bit, but I don't. I mean, I don't know. I don't think so. When you first start doing them, dude, you can't even. You start going cross-eyed, and you start. There's a lot happening.
Yeah.
But they just found out that I started doing Zen, and she had just yesterday or whatever day I worked, she stopped and was like, "Hey, I need you to leave the Zen in your car." And normally defensive moment, maybe not defensive for me, but I feel like normally off guard moment. And I was like, "Dude, whatever you say." I was like, "I'll put him in my car right now."
How did you respond? Is that like?
Yeah, just like that. I was like, "Yeah."
I
was just grabbing him.
Oh,
I was
okay.
like, "Oh, hands up all the time, dude. Hands up." Right? That's
Get
my
on the
immediate
ground!
it's immediately like, "Hey, you're
Traumatized.
right." But yeah, I learned to be less resilient. That's the coping corner. I almost said delusions and dreams.
Yeah.
These are good names, dude. Random top only. Did you say that one already? That name sucks. Why does that name suck so much worse than everyone?
I don't know. I mean, I can throw it back in there and see what it gives out.
I like the corner thing. It gave corner twice.
Community
corner.
What have you done any of that type of stuff with Mariah? Like where you're a bit less defensive about things?
Yeah, dude. I try to be every day. My biggest goal in life, other than making money off Pokemon cards, is.
Wait, that's still your goal? Oh yeah, you're still trying to flip it. Okay, yeah.
Dude, I'm long haul on it now. I was breaking down the math of Mariah. I don't even need to get into it. But yeah, dude, I try to work on my pride every day. I try.
And it's a mixture of pride and just like not letting petty things slide, right? Because like for me, I let petty things slide all the time. Like, there's a lot of things that I could get back at people because I retain so much information that they tell me, and I just,
Yeah.
go ahead.
And dude, I think I'm just so bipolar, so much more bipolar than I think I am all the time.
I forget that. Yeah,
Like,
you're also a fucking nutcase.
dude, you texted me something the other day, and it made me so mad for a minute, and it was nothing. And I like stepped away and was like, dude, I'm so much more upset about this normal thing than I normally am.
What was
And
it?
I
You
was
don't
like, why
know?
am I
Like
so
anything?
I could go back and look. I could find it for sure. I could find it.
How recent was it?
It was while I was working Thursday, probably, or it was Thursday, maybe Friday. It was we were talking about Oblivion in some context. It was when you were asking me about the rating for Oblivion.
Okay,
It
when I
was in
gave
the
it like
same
a 5 or a
context.
6.
No, but it was before that. It was right before that. The same cluster of text though. Same cluster of text. But you had said something, and it made me, and I was like, dude, I'm bipolar right now. Like, I'm not myself. And so I think I am learning to let things slide with Mariah and just pull. But I'm also learning that,
Oh,
like,
it was the sloosh, the loosh, the word that I sent
yes,
you, and you thought okay.
yes,
So I sent Kevin because we have iPhones, and you can send different effects and stuff like that.
Mm.
And I actually saw a word that I've never heard of, and I skimmed it, and I really liked the definition, and it was a really this is just a different word, and it was
it's
called
like energy.
yeah,
It's energy.
well, the word is loosh,
Yeah.
LOOSH, and I originally sent him loosh, but I sent loser on accident, so I unsent it, and then I resent loosh, and then he said, hold on, he said, at least
Something
spell it
about
right, especially after
Yeah.
the unsend, and then I said, why else would I unsend? So anyways, he thought I
Okay, no, keep going. He said I was predictable, which is fine.
Oh,
Which is
yeah,
fine.
okay,
But
okay,
but
yeah,
a long
yeah.
story short, he's spinning my wheels, and things are going back. And I googled loosh, and it was like about the energy you portray when you're dealing with childhood trauma. And then I texted back, being like, dude, not everything, because we were talking about Dark Brotherhood. Like, I was like, not everything has to do with childhood trauma, dude, because he's always referencing it. And then he's like, what are you talking about? And I was like, that's what the definition says. It says usually about, and he's like, well, what does usually mean? And I said, usually, motherfucker, in this context. Like, I was just like, I don't, and that was the point where I was like,
right.
I'm
And,
bipolar.
and generally the back and forth is just the mental skirmishes are always all the time, and most of them,
Yeah.
most of the time that's just the language that we speak. None of it means
Yeah.
anything. But
And that's exactly it. Where I'm learning that when I can't let something slide, I'm bipolar.
it's good you have
Like
someone that
that.
push your buttons. You find out faster.
Yeah, I was so flared up for no reason. And then when I texted you back the rating, is when I was cool, fine again. But I was
Yeah.
like, dude, I need to go take my meds. I think that was the same day I told you I was taking
Yeah,
my meds.
you told me immediately after you said the unsending thing.
Yeah, because I could feel it, dude. I
Yeah.
could feel it in my chest. There's this feeling I get in my chest when I'm super bipolar and I'm getting worse. It's like fucking, I can't even explain it, dude. It's like
recognizing
lightning
it.
in a jar.
Yeah, that's a good, or like
Yeah.
a firefly trying to
Yeah.
escape.
No, it's so staticky and it's like fucking vibrating.
I can see
You
it in
know?
your eyes.
Yeah. I can feel it when I talk about it.
So, like when I sent that to you, I didn't see the childhood trauma. It might be AI giving us different, because you know how there's like Google AI.
Yeah.
But when I was reading over it, it was like something about your soul that experienced certain things in the present and now is re-experiencing things. No, in the past, that is now experiencing something in the present or something like that. Now, and I sent it
Yeah.
to you because I was going to go into a conversation, but then you got all booty boy on me, and I was like, oh. And then I completely forgot. We were just derailed entirely.
Yeah. And it's funny too, because I didn't see loser written first.
Yeah,
I had just guessed based
yeah.
off loosh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which is funny. Yeah.
So I was like, what the fuck is this guy going at? What is he talking about right now?
Dude, just so bipolar, man. And it's the worst part about bipolar disorder is that when you're the most bipolar is when you realize it the least. And I have to look for so many subtleties
Well,
in
that's
the way
because
I am and think.
you're already like borderline mania, and at that point, that's when you stop caring and you just accept all of the nonsense that's going on in your body and head.
Yeah, I start firing off texts and doing stupid stuff. But Copium Corner, did you do nothing matters news? What is that one?
So I thought it would be cool to like you find a new segment that Doesn't necessarily
Oh.
matter, but it's like in the news. Like, but how does that? You know, like all the aliens and stuff that we're finding now. But it's like it
Yeah.
doesn't directly affect us in any way.
So almost like non-political.
I mean, it can be political, but if it affects us, then it kind of is important. It's like non-important news.
Yeah, you know what's funny is I hate political opinions so much. I don't even want to. I wouldn't even want to give my own. But like I hate it. I love
neither.
it so much. Yeah, and so keep it. I think non-political, conspiracy-oriented, alien. I mean, the stuff like that is awesome, and it can obviously branch out from that. Like the guy who got ate by the whale. Did you see him? Got sucked up by the whale and then spit out.
Did he die?
No, he was in the
like Moby
the
Dick.
whale's mouth.
Or
Yeah,
Pinocchio.
and I guess there's only a small space for the food to go through for a whale, so you can't even make it through. So he was just in the mouth and he got spit back up, dude. That was the craziest experience. You could see it. It comes up. I think it's a blue whale or some kind of big ass whale. Comes up, gulp, and then you just see him shooting from the top.
It reminds me of the video I sent you of the guy flipping his Jeep and he flies out.
My favorite, one of my top 10 videos. But yeah, stuff like that would be awesome. And even reaction videos, it could be stuff like that. I like that idea. That's good. And the next one. Wait, what is Ram Top Only? Did that already?
Which one?
Oh, the random top only is where we our topics.
That's where we have the pool of things. Yeah.
Okay, and then you talked about the comment section one.
Yeah. So
right.
Yeah, the comment section is the one that you guys hopefully anybody says anything. And if you're not comfortable with doing it in the video, you can DM me or Kevin. It doesn't matter. Just let us know, please.
Did we cover them all? Is that all of them?
Yeah, and then in the topics that I can make or Kevin can make, we're gonna have a ban list. Because I don't want to talk about Pokemon. I don't want to talk about Overwatch. I don't want to talk about Monster Hunter. If you start playing Diablo, I don't give a fuck.
Come on, dude. If I start playing, like, not on the podcast, but let me talk to you about it.
Yeah, you can talk to me, but not on the podcast.
Okay. I was like, cut me some slack.
The ban list
isn't
in real life, dude. It's in.
Yeah. It's a forever conversation.
Yeah, it's just in the conversation of the podcast. Yeah.
Can I? One thing. We talked about Pokemon. This isn't about Pokemon. It's about the money part, right?
Okay.
Mariah, I felt like I finally got some buy-in where she's like, "Yeah, if we just stock up on these throughout the year," and I was like, buy-in, dude. Thank you. It feels so good because she could see the value of the sealed boxes. She couldn't see the value of the pulling the cards all the time. Yeah. And she can see the value in the singles sometimes, and then getting those graded. I think she saw the value in that. Like,
yeah, but buying the singles and not acquiring them from a pack that you bought, right? Because that's where the gambling comes in and the for sure loss of money.
Yeah, and she understands that I'm gonna rip some packs. Yeah, but like, but like she sees the value in like the graded cards I had here were like $150 max, and now they're $600 something, right? And so it's like she sees the value in that, but the sealed boxes she knows, right? I was showing her a box of 20 something from 2021, and the same amount of packs was $180. I bought those for $25. And she was just like, yeah, if we buy a handful, like buy those throughout the year, we're gonna be like set. And I was like, or something along those lines. And I was like,
dude, it's all all the Schedule 1 gaming that she's been doing, seeing the profits and stuff.
She sees the hustle. She knows. That's funny because she accidentally got 60 Adderall for some reason, and you almost always get 30, and insurance won't cover anything over 30. But she got 60, and then her insurance denied it, and so she had to pay with a GoodRx. Long story, but we didn't know why she got 60 until something with her doctor maybe. But I was walking up to her and giving her medicine and her energy drink for the morning, and I was like, "Here you go, you little street hustler." That's fit, dude. She's a hustler now.
When are y'all gonna play that again? Schedule 1.
I don't know. She's been coloring a lot. She's got these new alcohol markers, and she's been crocheting like a dude. There's so much crochet over here. You guys can't see it, but it's like my Pokemon cards.
Does she make anything? What has she made?
Yeah. She's made shirts. She's made stuff things. I have a Pokeball here somewhere.
Dude, I want her to make me something. I can send it.
What do you want?
I'll send a picture of it. And if it's too difficult because it's small or something, just let me know. Because I asked Kayla. You know, Kayla, and like, I don't know if she forgot, and I'm not really one to ask more than 100 times. I'll ask 100 times, but after 100, I'll ease off, dude.
That's it.
that's my cutoff right there.
That's it. Yeah. You're dude. You're the. What do you want? What is it? I thought you
It's
were gonna tell me.
no, it's so from Yu Yu Hakusho. It's when Hiei's a baby. He's like wrapped up in like these. I don't know if it's a garment or just like some sort of tape. I don't know. And then he just has big eyes. I'll send a picture of it.
Yeah, and it might be one of those things where that's a skill level thing too, because a lot of times when you're looking for stuff, you're looking for a pattern,
Yeah.
and to be able to create that off a whim is pretty high level. Like she might be able to do it, but I do know it's like.
I mean, it's pretty simple, but it's also small, so it might be.
Do you think the pattern exists somewhere already?
Maybe Reddit.
Like,
is there not like a crochet AI where you can be like, hey, upload this photo, and then
it's a lot harder than you think, dude. It's like formulaic. It's weird. Weird.
Robots, AI, nothing's too hard.
AI can do it, but like it gets it wrong a lot, and you have to go through it. And like Mariah's even looked into it. She's thinking about making her own patterns and selling them on Etsy. But
cool.
yeah, it would be cool. And she's getting to that level. Dude, she's like
if she needs help setting up an Etsy shop, I've done it before.
Yeah, I'll let her know. She definitely wants to. But she's made coats. She's made little stuffed plushies. She's made Pokeballs and all sorts of things. Crazy. She wore an outfit for Easter. She made.
Would you ever do any hands-on
Nope.
hobbies? No.
Oh, I'm saying no way, Jose, to do anything with my hands.
Oh,
it's just not stimulating enough. That's what I was saying. It's just not stimulating enough. I need to be doing something else, and TV's not stimulating enough.
Oh, dude, TV's one of those things I wish I could get because there's so many things out there, and I just even anime. My motivation is to watch it with somebody, and that's it. If somebody's not there, I can't stay attached to it.
Yeah, 100%. Me and Mariah, I almost can't watch anything on the TV unless she's with me.
Like I said, I always wanted to try to play guitar, but after my nerves got all effed up, it's probably impossible for me to do anything long term with it.
Dude, show us your weights.
They're in the garage, dude. They're heavy. I'm not
dude,
bringing them up here.
Perfect. We're training, dude.
No
Go
way.
for it.
Oh yeah. Okay. What were you saying?
I might do something with wood would be cool. Maybe when I got older and had space for it.
Carpentry would be cool. Just building anything.
Yeah. And even just sanding stuff. I like that. That's satisfying.
I like the metal art. People making sculptures out of like metal scraps and stuff like that.
Yeah, and dude, I would always when I used to do the snipping of the marijuana plants. This is a long time ago. Oh yeah, a long time ago. So it was quite the deal. This is 10, 15, maybe even 15 years ago, which is crazy. But this guy, I met him. I started doing things with him, and then he basically was like, "Dude, if you come out to my house for a week and do so much, you can take as much as you can carry home."
Like weed?
And I was like, "Yeah." And me and my buddy were like, "Okay." And so we basically lived at this guy's house for a week and just worked, dude. Worked head down, trimming nonstop.
A lot of motivation to get high, dude. You're also young,
dude. It lasted us. I mean, dude, you have no idea how much it is. I mean, it lasted me a year and a half. I mean, I was able to perpetually keep something that I was spending money on.
Yeah, it saved you money.
Zeroed out.
Saved you money.
Yeah, a ton, dude. And like, so I just went out there. We played the same movies on repeat, and it was in this very cool like man warehouse that was gigantic. Pineapple Express was like on repeat almost always.
What movie?
Very fitting. Pineapple Express.
Pineapple Express. Okay.
Yeah, and there was a couple other ones, but that was like the real one. Music was going a lot. It was we just repeated that because it was on a DVD player. It was kind of a ghetto setup for the TV, but it was a really cool warehouse. Yeah. They had the back inverter. I could go and like, I can flip backwards and do all that stuff.
Whatever happened to him?
No, I still know him. And
don't work there.
I moved away to college. No.
It's all legal, right?
Yeah, and I don't know how it works now. No, and dude, that was like 15 years ago. But yeah, like the guy sent me a message the other day, and I think he's straight arrow now. And I'm a straight arrow dude. I'm not doing.
Yeah, but anything. It's legal. Why does it matter?
In Washington, it's different. Like you have to have certain permits. I don't even know if he still does it anymore.
Right.
But I know that you have to have certain permits to like grow it or not grow it.
Yeah. What did he want when he messaged you?
Oh, he's just reaching out because he's also friends with my mom.
Okay. How old is he?
Much older than me. I don't know his exact age.
So you knew him through your mom?
Yeah, this guy's pretty interesting, dude. I could talk about him for a while. He's ex-military, like, and I he never confirmed. I think he did confirm it, but I don't know how much I believe him until I started believing it, and then it's kind of like a folklore. But he was ex-mercenary, so he used to like he says ex-mercenary. I didn't
Mercenary?
believe him. Yeah, yeah, like he would be contracted from the government to go do certain things. He was in the military for a while. I didn't believe him until I saw all these crazy guns and shit he had, and some
Well, my
goggles
dad
and
has
stuff.
some crazy guns, and he has artillery, and he'd never been in combat in his life.
Yeah, I don't see why he would
Old dude,
lie at that
old
point.
people are
Sure, sure,
they're like little
but
kids.
the dude was not to be messed with for sure. You could feel it. You could
Right.
feel it. But he's also a really nice guy. Though I actually met him while I was working at Walmart, and he came up to me. He's like, "Hey, you're son with Joanne, right?" And I was like, "Yeah, yeah, yeah." And he's like, "Oh, cool, dude. I got something for you." I'm working on shift, and he goes, holds out his hand, and drops a bunch of weed in my hand, and I'm like, "Oh, what the?" And I put it in my pocket,
Give me
and
it.
that's how I met him. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's how I met him. But dude was nuts. Dude was nuts. The property was nuts. Everything was nuts.
Still alive.
Yeah, it's a cool guy. Really cool guy.
All right, so you were mentioning drinking. What is this about?
Yeah, we're gonna drink. I think we're gonna drink. I don't know how he wanted to do it once a month. I thought it'd be fun to kind of keep you guys in the dark about it when we were gonna do it. So if we did it once a month, I wouldn't want it to be scheduled. But then if we do it once a month, it's kind of automatically scheduled. But idea is once in a while we'd like to do something drinking wise. We talked about playing games too, so maybe it's both of those things. I think that would make it very fun, right? We were talking about doing like sometimes doing a gaming while we're podcasting, but it might be easy just to put those together.
Yeah.
Maybe drink stream, and he would do it on his Twitch. I'd be there. There's this new overlay for Discord now that's really cool that we can like put my camera on top of the game, and it looks like I'm part of it.
Yeah, and the biggest issue that we had before is that Kevin's internet isn't good enough to stream. So both of us streaming at once just wasn't ideal. But now, since Overwatch, OBS has this feature where we can see his face and then my face at the same time. It's just more of a together experience rather than just his voice. It'll actually be his his face.
And way less resources on your computer, because the way you'd have to do is you'd have to make 2 windows, and it was pretty complicated and kind of a pain in the ass.
Yep.
Yeah, but yeah, lots of new things. Pretty cool. Hey, I'm glad you're willing to do it, dude. I was.
What, the
complimenting
drinking
your
thing or
willingness.
the list?
No, just all of it. All of
I
it.
hate it all.
Yeah.
I hate all of it. But
But what do you hate? Tell me.
just
What do you hate?
I don't like any type of structure unless it's my own structure. When it's
Yeah.
like creative things, if it's not a structure that I've like formulated or something, I just don't like it. And that's why I said
You formulated this though.
no, this is all you. It's all you. I
didn't do any of this.
I just harvested.
I mean, some of the ideas.
I just harvested
some of the ideas.
and then I plugged it in.
We also had the idea of roasting people that we didn't see online, didn't like seeing online, but that didn't make the list.
I forgot about that.
Lots of ideas, and we're taking suggestions too. So, like, at the end of this, comment Discord.
Dude, there's
whatever.
so many people I hate online. There's so many people. It's so easy.
Yeah, and I want to note them, and I think those should be discouraged. That'd be fun.
I'm such a hater. It'd be so good.
Yeah, I want it, dude. Dude, even if it's aorta rant, like I don't even have to be a part of it, dude. I'll listen.
No,
please,
dude. I'm too nice to be mean.
You just said I'm a hater, and
Yeah,
I'm just about to say you're a professional hater, and I would totally take in aorta.
Dude, dude, everybody wants to hear you talk about it because you're never mean. You don't like to
on
lie.
my own segment, dude. But an aorta hate segment would be so good, dude. Would be so good.
We'll see,
I was thinking about doing a wheel for all these segments, right, on a weekly basis. So maybe because we usually record on Sunday, maybe Saturday I spin the wheel. We could do it on a call. I think, yeah, and then Sunday we have the topics and then we roll.
Oh, we forgot the food thing.
I thought we weren't doing the food thing.
Yeah, I want to do the food thing.
Try new foods?
No, not new foods, but like both of us buy the spicy noodles and we see if it's as spicy as everybody says it is. Because you like spice.
Okay.
And I'm a professional noodle eater, but I'm not big on spice.
I love spicy, dude. I live for it.
My Korean friend went to visit him a couple years ago, and he made me a thing of noodles with like little sausages, and I was like slowly eating it, sweating my ass off, and he was like,
"Yeah,
you want some more?" I'm like, "Dude, I can barely finish this. I don't even think I could." And then it was way too spicy for me. But if it's a challenge with you, I would do it.
Yeah, and then most of those things would be pretty small. So like my
Yeah.
issue is if I eat too much of it, like I had the Vietnamese place, the pho, or it was kind of like pho, but I had a 5 out of 5 star, and it was amazing, dude. But then I mean I ate all of it, and it was a lot of hot liquid, and I swear I had heartburn for 7 days, dude. I didn't like seriously, it was so prolonged. I was worried that it was going to be a continuous problem
Dude,
because of
it
this
was
one
like
soup.
milk, pickle juice, some other things. Just take that as your supplements.
Yeah, but I'm talking about the quantity, dude.
No,
I ate so much
just
of
a
the
pack
soup.
of noodles. A pack of noodles.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm saying that that'll be
Okay.
good because it'll be small, right? The chips will be small or whatever it is that we're trying. Not gonna be crazy, and we can order stuff online. That'd be cool.
Yeah.
That'd be cool. Have you seen the UK guy who does the 10 fish reviews? Disgusting, dude.
10 fish
But
reviews.
very addicting. Yeah, he does like literally it's like sardines and anchovies and everything in between that's in a can. And it all of it looks like it smelled disgusting, but I
Oh
love
yeah,
that
it's
guy's
gonna.
videos.
It's fish in a can. Of course, it's gonna be disgusting.
Dude, and he's getting all these people sending him from all over the world, all these disgusting 10 fish, and it's just like but he's endearing like he's got this endearing energy and he's got a good voice and good video, dude. But
Ni-
disgusting.
Niches, dude.
Yeah. Yeah, he's literally the king of 10 fish reviews. Like, no, dude, if
Is there
anybody knows what I'm
anybody
talking
else?
about right now,
Yeah.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's
Where's the
like- it's like-
competition at, dude?
yeah, dude, Monopoly. That's pretty good. But yeah, we'll do this all next Sunday. Do you have anything else you want to add?
I'm gonna make a noodle TikTok. That would surely get me an Asian girl, dude. Crack the code.
Dude,
I cracked the
and
code.
yeah,
It'll be
mean,
called My Noodle, and then perfect.
really good, dude. You should do that. I'll support that.
I'll,
It'd be so easy, dude. You would zero effort content.
I'm making it tonight.
Do it, dude. That'd be so.
I gotta buy a
good.
microwave.
Just a whole separate page dedicated. You just eat some noodles. 15-minute video. Find your wife.
I'm so excited.
Game
now.
over, dude.
I'm so excited.
over.
I'm quitting
GG's, dude.
Overwatch. No more Overwatch starting tonight.
That's the only reason. Half the time you haven't been going to the team. I've been worried actually because you haven't been going into the team chat, which means you're not pursuing Overwatch girlies.
I forget.
It's been a lot, dude. I feel like you've been down the dumps or something. Dude. Something's ruining you.
I'm lusty all the time. I just forget.
Dude, no. His lust is off,
dude,
guys.
the-
He's faking. He's
band
posing right
thing-
now.
The
Lust
band thing
poser.
is like I'm pushing J, right? And then we go into character select, and that's the only time you can switch chats. And by then, my mind's already thinking that, like the last 3 matches that we had, I was like, oh fuck, I'm not even, just it's hard to keep up with.
Yeah, sure, dude. I don't think he's all right, guys. I think something's wrong. You haven't been talking.
Dude, I
there's
masturbated
been
like 40 times today, and it's like 4 p.m. What do you want from me?
You okay? Maybe that's, the
That's
problem.
normal.
maybe,
That's
maybe,
normal.
Maybe I'm worried about the wrong thing.
It's very normal, dude. All right, we it?
That's
That's
fine.
it.
All right, yeah, that's it. That's it. Do you want to play some Overwatch though?
Yeah. Bye, everybody.
Sweet. Thanks for watching.